I just finished watching the Raptors game, and I must say it was a good game at the end, but there's still so much the Raptors need to improve on. When watching the game, there's there's some things that I just couldn't get my head around. Boucher came in, gave us great minutes. Ended the game with like 26 points. He just did everything well. Well, 24. He did everything well. He was good. At the times he was switched to Ingram, he was really good then. I would have liked to see that more. He was also he was spacing the floor. He was playing great defense. He was just an all-around great player for us. And I never expected him to make this type of jump. Even though it has been like 3 good games from him, it's still incredible to see how much he's improved. I thought when they gave them that 2 year, $14 million contract, something like that, I didn't think he was worth it, but he's really showing us what he's made of. Siakam. Siakam, he's just not. It wasn't a bad game from him. I actually like that he didn't play that much because we could see other people playing. But I feel like Siakam needs to stop looking for his shots. Because the past 2 games, he's been getting 20 shots per game. And I don't think he's good enough to be getting 20 shots per game. I would like to see Siakam pass the ball more, like as in look to pass. And he did that in this game. So I was happier with that. Went 0 for 4 for 3. And I don't think he should be shooting that much. I don't think the rotations. I think Nick Nurse seen that you can't have Boucher without a big on the court because he's just not good enough, especially when you're going up against Steven Adams and Jackson Hayes, who are bigger than Boucher. And also, he's a Boucher is just like Siakam in the sense that they are good help defenders. They're quick on their feet, but I think Boucher is actually a better on-ball defender because Siakam just lets people blow by him so easily. It's actually aggravating sometimes when you're seeing everyone else putting their best foot forward, good defense. And after you see Siakam let Brandon Ingram just blow by him. Fred VanVleet and Kyle Lowry and OG Anunoby. As a Raptors fan, you saw what happened when we actually went into the paint. We were more successful. But you can't have Kyle Lowry, Fred VanVleet, and OG Anunoby going 9 for 32 from 3. That just can't happen. We can't keep shooting 53s per game. We're averaging the most amount of threes. We only made 14. We made the same amount as the Pelicans, and they went 14 for 38. We don't always have to shoot the three, and it's really bad. Fred VanVleet 4 for 13 from 3. He has to relax with these threes. But I must say, the amount of foul calls that the Pelicans were getting, they got 27 foul calls in the fourth quarter. That's how crazy that is. In the fourth quarter, they had more free throws than almost our team. And that just can't happen. I admit that some of them, like Norman Powell's foul when there was 2 point game on Brandon Ingram, that was dumb. Terrence Davis gave us some pretty bad fouls, and he got benched because of that. Aaron Baines kept jumping on Steven Adams, which was also bad. But like Stanley Johnson, he's too passive. He got to shoot more. Like I get it, he comes in the game for just defense, and he actually provided that. But you can't just be so passive. He has to be more aggressive. I don't know what Nick Nurse should have done in this game because I think he should have played Matt Thomas. But the way the Pelicans were, they were. Yeah, I can't have Matt Thomas going up against Eric Bledsoe, JJ Redick. He's not a good enough defender. But I still would have liked to see him throw Matt Thomas on the court because we can't shoot threes. We keep shooting, but we don't have the personnel to shoot threes. We don't have Ibaka anymore, so we can't shoot from that. And Siakam's not good enough shooter yet. He's not consistent. And with our guys that are consistent, they're shooting like 10 threes per game. And that we can't do that. We can't have our team average the most threes, but we can't make threes. We have to step in, shoot a mid-range. I'd like to see Kyle Lowry shoot more mid-ranges. He shot 14 times and 11 of them were threes. That can't happen. We need to see Kyle Lowry do that little turnaround fadeaway that he always does. We have to see more of that because right now, shooting threes isn't working. And I'm watching the game just like, why do we keep shooting threes? Like some of them were open threes and you can't pass them up. But some of them was just like, why do they keep shooting threes? We can't. I keep emphasizing, but we can't shoot 53s per game. That's just not us. Even with DeMar DeRozan and Kawhi, we can't shoot threes like that. Especially when not everyone can shoot threes. Norman Powell, Norman Powell gives us some dumb fouls, but he also played good. Our bench played good compared to the Pelicans. But on the Pelicans side, I'm gonna say they they were playing great. Like Zion, I feel like Zion can never be as good as Brandon Ingram. Because the thing about Zion is like he's like Giannis, but less unstoppable. And with Giannis, he's in screen roles, he's passing the ball, but the way the Pelicans are made, Zion is like an accessory to Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram played great today. Like he played amazing because sometimes we double team him, he'd make the right pass, like one pass to Josh Hart. I didn't think he'd see it, but he passed it to him. Like Brandon Ingram, he's just so effortless. Even the commentators were saying he's just effortless. Doesn't shoot too many threes. He shot 8, and that was less than Fred VanVleet and Kyle Lowry. Like he was just giving us timely buckets, and he kept going to the free throw line. Zion, Zion kept doing that spin uh, um, layup, but you see the difference between his spin and Siakam's spin. Siakam is just not skilled enough. That's why I'd like to see Siakam more as a point forward. Like he'll give you a screen roll and just look to pass because his offense is in there. Steven Adams gave them good minutes. I love the little floater Steven Adams has. Aaron Baines kept missing those, but I feel like if Aaron Baines gets the hang of it, he can also be like a Steven Adams for us. They're very similar players. Eric Bledsoe, this second game in a row that against the Raptors that he's played great. 4 for 6 from three. He brought the defense. He made the timely buckets. He gave them the little toughness because he's a tough player. And Lonzo also had a pretty good game. It was there for defense, even though he did shoot a little bit too much threes. 8. He still made threes, so that's still a decent percentage. Josh Hart gave them good defense. JJ Redick. We did a good job on JJ Redick. He didn't get any good threes except 3-point looks, except Terrence Davis fouling him on the 3-point line. Like this game, the refs at the end of the game, we specifically fouled Bledsoe because he's a worse free throw shooter than Brandon Ingram, and they didn't call it. Some of the calls by the refs were pretty dumb. Like we had to challenge that Kyle Lowry charge at the end of the game. It was just, as a Raptors fan, we lost that game. We had like 3 possessions in the fourth quarter with like a minute and 20 seconds left. We gave them the ball. Norman Powell was too wild. Kyle Lowry and Fred VanVleet weren't dictating the offense as we would have liked. Like I didn't think Kyle Lowry did a good job of pacing the game. We kept bailing them out with some stupid calls. Even though some of them weren't fouls, we were giving them free points. Yep. That's all I have to say about that game. We're now 1-4. January is about to be a really tough month for us. A lot of playoff teams. We needed to win these 2 games against the Pelicans. But it's obvious that we don't have this right lineup. We're still mixed matching. Some games Boucher's playing, some aren't, even though that's for personnel reasons, like with the other team. Some games we have Bembry because I like Bembry. Honestly, I'm being so serious. I like Bembry better than Siakam because Bembry actually puts effort on the defense. He's a good shooter and he's a good playmaker. He can't give no ISOs. I guess Siakam has him on that, but as an overall player, I like Bembry as a better fit, but we pay Siakam and we have to play him. And I don't know what our bench is looking like because Stanley Johnson gives us good defense, but he's not. He doesn't look for offense enough, and we needed more bench points because Boucher was great. I can't even lie, Boucher was great. Look at Masai paying Boucher, and he's paying dividends. That's my video. Like and subscribe. Hopefully we can get a win because getting a win against the Knicks is not good enough.